Call to order the regular meeting of the Tiki Island City Council on Tuesday, November the 18th, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the Public Safety Building. Roll call, Telchik here, Neblett
Here.
Haley
Here.
Cunningham, Muscat
Here.
Walker.
Here.
Would y'all please stand and say pledge allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Be seated. Citizen comments on agenda items must be signed in on sign-up sheet, limited to 2 minutes.
Good. Yeah, on the insurance thing, on the first thing, under section 6108, all contractors performing work in the building of Tiki Island which requires a permit under this code, whether for public or private purposes, shall provide proof of insurance prior to issuing the permit, said work minimum $300,000. Should we, when we did the ordinance review committee, one of the things was to clean the ordinances up where, everything was in black and white, there was no questions and stuff. Instead of saying all contractors, should we list the contractors that require permits? There's only 6 of them that I'm aware of. That's bulkheads, fencing, swimming pool, cargo lift, general contractor, and roofing. Those are the only ones that require a permit. Should those be listed on there?
And all your MEPs.
And plus your cancel.
All your MEPs.
Right,
So
which is
just
3.
about everybody that does anything that has nothing besides sheetrock and paint has to pull a permit.
Right. Should we list those on there? I mean, would it make more sense?
We're gonna clean that up with the language. I've got a revision, in the language. I don't think we're supposed to tell you. I think we're supposed to answer questions in this session, but we're gonna clean it up.
It's just comments. but-
Okay, all right. And then the other one was, in section 610, motor vehicle identification required for licensed contractors. I would suggest changing that wording to HVAC, plumbing, and electrical that are licensed under state law should have attached motor vehicles, permanent sign containing business phone number and state license.
We already struck that, right? From the language about having.
You struck it for contractors.
No,
believe.
it was in here originally as it is now, as he said.
Right, that was just put in there last year, I think, or 2 years ago.
But it's only pertains to HVAC.
Okay.
Just comments on it.
So, and, I mean, me personally, I would almost eliminate that altogether. If we're the only city around here that has that in an ordinance. I mean, I talked with City of Galveston, building inspector, I know down there, and asked him about it. He said, no, that is not an ordinance, it's a state law. The state, if they want to enforce it, they enforce it. We don't enforce it, we don't have the manpower to enforce it. So it falls under your license. Anybody who's a master's license, electrical, and plumbing, should know that. That's the way he explained it to me. I'm not sure why we put that in there a few years ago. But, and the other thing is, the second paragraph of 6110, when an unlicensed subcontractor at a job site is not identified by a marked vehicle, the site must be identified by a temporary sign on the subcontractor's vehicle or a sign visible and readable from the street. Well, in the case like, if you got a sign and you ask them to violate the sign ordinance, but also at the same time, if they're an unlicensed subcontractor, why are they there to begin with? So that's just a couple of questions I had that I've noticed. Everything else I don't have a problem with, so just thought I'd bring that up.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay, thank you. Consent agenda, all items marked with a single asterisk on consent agenda are considered routine by the city council and will be acted upon in one motion. There'll be no separate discussion of items unless a council member requests it. A, approval of the minutes of the October 21st, 2025 regular meeting and November 3rd special 2025 special meeting. B, payment of bills for October 25, investment report for October 2025, mayor's purchasing report for October 2025, procurement policy amended and as passed on October 1st, 2021-25, and resolution authorizing approval of certain contracts under $100,000 amended as passed on October 21, 2025. Can I get a motion?
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Mayor and Alderman reports are limited to community interests as defined by Texas Local Government Section Code 551.0415. No action will be taken. Mayor's report, I've been talking to AT&T. They have a third party out here that's not supposed to be here because they don't have a permit. They actually knocked on my door this evening.
Mine yesterday.
And I talked to the guy and told him he couldn't be doing that, and he said they had a permit. So he pulled out he does. He has a Galveston permit, and he showed me a copy of the Galveston permit. I informed him that's not Tiki Island and he must leave the island. So I'd been talking to AT&T, Lewis with AT&T, and I called him and told him about it, and he's trying to get a hold of the third-party company that AT&T employs and tell them to get off the island until they can get a permit. So he happened to come to the wrong house today. Solicited.
Poor guy.
So
He didn't have the door
they
yet.
know that, and I told them that the police would haul them off until they get a permit. So anyway, I don't know if that would happen or not, but they'd be escorted off the island. Anyway, Alderman report, Neblett.
Nothing to report.
Real quick, did you sign up though?
I signed up under the tent and got free ice cream. All right, Neblett,
Nothing to report.
Cunningham, out of town. Haley,
Nothing to report.
Muscat,
We did get notice on the breakwater that we have a tentative trial date of fourth quarter of next year. So we'll be starting to prepare for that, and I put very little faith it will actually happen in fourth quarter, but that's where we're on the docket for right now. So we're starting to get everything in order for that.
if we're all alive by the time it gets there. Walker,
Nothing this month.
reports and presentation. Fire department report is in the package. Police report.
Calls for the month of October 2025, 4 alarm calls, 1 animal stray, 39 agencies assist, 5 citizens assist, 2 civil matters, 2 community outreach, 9 fire EMS calls, 6 silent 911s, 1 suspicious circumstances, 4 suspicious person, 3 suspicious vehicle, 2 traffic complaints in the city, 3 trespassing, 1 undesirable wanted person, 1 violation of city ordinance, 2 warrant of arrest on view, 3 welfare checks, 17 traffic stop citations, 68 traffic stops
It's
warnings,
in the package.
total of 88 arrests, and a total of 88 calls.
All right, thank you. Building inspector report is in the package. Emergency management report. Y'all have a copy here because Michael is in training and out of town at this point in time, and he'll be back next time we do it, next meeting. Animal control report,
We don't have
nothing. Okay, thank you.
Still in contract.
Okay, thank you. TxDOT November update is in the packet. General business and action items, review and discuss and take possible action on draft of proposed amendment of Chapter 6, Article 2, Division 4, Section 6-108, pertaining to the requirement of general liability insurance for general contractors. Can I get a motion to discuss?
Motion to discuss.
Go ahead.
So I think we need to clean up the wording on this. I have marked it up, and let me read out what I've got on section 6108. All contractors performing work in the village of Tiki Island that pull a permit for said work, whether public or private, shall provide proof of general liability insurance prior to the issuance of permit for said work at a minimum of $300,000. So I think that gets us where we need, and I'll go ahead and comment on 6110 while I'm here. Any contractor required to be licensed by the village, county, or state shall have attached motor vehicle. Yeah, I don't think we've had signs on vehicles, and then the second part of it, when an unlicensed subcontractor is at a site, it must be identified by a temporary sign on the vehicle or a sign on the street. We haven't done that historically, and I'm not sure what benefit we get from doing that. So I'm not real excited about that language.
You ought to take that one off because
We agreed on that last meeting.
Huh?
We agreed on that last meeting to strike that.
but it's on there now.
I know, but
I know y'all slashed it, but I'm saying take it off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the only ones that are required to have it is the three MEPs.
Right, right, okay. So, what does anybody think about all that?
I agree with the 110 for sure.
I'm good with your language on 108, and I'm good with striking 110.
I'm good with all of it.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the ordinance that's before us, revised to read as such. All general contractors performing work in the village of Tiki Island that pull a permit for said work, whether public or private purposes, shall provide proof of general liability insurance prior to issuance of permit for said work in a minimum amount of $300,000. I move that we strike section 6-110.
That's
One-
good.
Second.
One quick question. You said all general
It
contractors.
needs to be all
No, I didn't.
contract.
No, I
I
said
said all
contract.
contractors,
I said
All
contract.
not general
Very
contractors.
specific.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna leave my markup with Randy.
Okay.
Okay.
Second?
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Consider and approve resolution to cast 16 total votes for up to 2 candidates in ballot order: Robin Collins, Matt Doyle, Thomas Farmer, or James Ross for Galveston Central Appraisal District Board of Directors election.
Motion to discuss?
Yes, go ahead.
I know Thomas Farmer personally, he's a good man. If nobody has any strong feelings, I'd be in favor of casting all of our votes for him, but I'm open to discussion.
I think we ought to do Matt Doyle and Thomas Farmer. We can do up to 2.
That's fine?
Do you end up splitting the votes between them? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
So just 8 and 8?
We'll just put our votes in for them up to, we get 16 votes total for up to 2 candidates.
Mhm.
I have no objection to that.
No,
I'm good with that.
I'm gonna make a motion that we split our 16 votes between Matt Doyle and Thomas Farmer and cast them accordingly.
Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Citizen comment. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Aye.